not a second-hand coat. I want a yacht, not a cheap little boat. I tell my daddy not to be depressed. All I need for happiness is the best. I want a diamond, nothing else has appeal. And when it comes to men, you know how I feel. I want a real man. Give me a real man, you know what I mean. I want a real man. Oh, real man, you're what I need.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Real Men. This is the magazine show for men, about men, where men get real. I'm your host, Tim Steeves. Let's meet the panels, shall we? Dropped in today, Tim Reichert is here. How are you, Timmy?
Hey, buddy. Good to see you.
I'm stumbling a little in the intros, man. Forgive me.
That's
Chuck
cool.
Byrn also dropped in. How are you doing, Chuck?
I've been stumbling all day.
Do you like that? Dropped in? You say as though you didn't have anything to do. You just popped by?
I just stopped by.
Lori Elliott's here as well. Good to see you, Laura.
Hello, good to see you.
And the lovely, talented, effervescent Dwayne Hill.
I'm the nosy neighbor. I heard a sound.
Good to see you, Dwayne. That's actually how we're going to get this show started. We're going to throw it over to that very same Dwayne Hill for a little commentary. Go ahead, big man.
Men and falling in love. Do real men fall in love? That's today's topic. Yes, they do. If we see a girl that catches our eye that we just have to have, let's say at a bar, I'll give you a hypothetical situation. We'll call her over. We'll say, you, come on over. She'll get up like a tall drink of water and move towards you like a fine glass of wine. Sit down beside you. You maybe brush your lip, give her a smile, a wink. She says hi. You look her deep into her eyes and say, how's it going? You like, one time my buddy, so what's your, I have a car. And I don't live with my parents, well, not both of them. And I just thinking maybe you could, I'm gonna throw up. Here comes a nosebleed. No, this doesn't, what's your name again? Oh, I have a card. It says I'm an astronaut, it was a joke. So what happens is when we fall in love, we lay our cards on the table. We totally become blithering idiots. And of course, the girl who's like, ooh, the chase is better than the catch is going, oh, look, his cards are on the table. He's getting a nosebleed, throwing up, and showing me that he truly, truly loves me. Next, I'll take the biker who gambles. Tim?
Nice job, Dwayne. I told you he was lovely, talented, and effervescent. And we saw all those qualities right there, Dwayne. Nice job. Let's start with Tim Reichert. He's a romantic dude. He's a married dude. You believe in love, Tim?
Married in love? Of course I believe in love. Of course. I think most men mistake love right off the bat. Every time I've ever said I love you to a woman, it's always been about a couple of months after I wanted to, I was dying to, because you mistake love for lust, right? The minute you're with someone you're attracted to and she's actually cool to talk to, you're just like, you want to say right, I love you.
That's the problem. You don't want to become a drooling imbecile. And I know, Laura, I bet you every girl watching this show, not that there's any women watching the show, but any girl watching the show has two guys right now that love her to death, and it's like they're the emotional tampon. Steve, guess what? He hit me again. I know he's a jerk. I should break up. I know you're great. You're one of the best. I wouldn't go near your penis in a million years.
Feel free to interrupt him anytime you want, Laura.
Am I close?
Jump in, Lori.
You're not close.
Oh,
that
you
just
must.
implies that all of women's best friends aren't their best friends because they want to be their friends. They're their friends because they want to sleep with them. And that makes me real sad, like.
But you know what? It's the same with guys. It's the same with guys.
Get ready to be sad for a long time, Laura.
You didn't have any friends in high school. Being like a pretty girl, you didn't have any friends in high school that you knew were like, Lori, that was the funniest thing either. Oh, I'm wedding. And you know that all you have to do is say yes, and they would be like,
not in high school for me.
I've got
not in high school. I got kicked out of women's bathrooms in high school.
Well, okay.
I was kind of boyish in high school.
Do women fall in love differently than men, Laura?
I don't know. I was actually asking my boyfriend that last night, and he was like, I can't even define how, I fall in love. Like, I think it's kind of similar. Like, women want to say it, like Tim said earlier on, and so do men. But it's just, I think we both get crossed when it comes to lust and love.
Women think when they first fall in love, they automatically think forever, or they automatically think love forever.
Yeah.
And guys, when they fall in love, aren't thinking of forever. They're thinking of love right now, today, tomorrow. I might love you. I'll let you know tomorrow when I wake up.
Tomorrow I will love my
sandwiches.
Why
breakfast.
guys are so hesitant about saying it. Because you don't want to say, I love you, because, right now, I love you. And then 2 weeks from now, you can't, it's not like you can't take it back.
You said you loved me.
Yeah, but I was lying.
You can't take it back. You always take it back eventually.
Eventually.
Oh, that son of a bitch. Well, we won't be talking about old Steve-O anymore.
Someone's
I don't know
bitter.
how many women I know, girlfriends of mine, who have been in relationships with guys where the guys have said when they're breaking up, I didn't mean it when I said I loved you. I didn't mean it. So
It's
why
the
the hell did you
only-
say it?
And there
the
haven't
only
been women
way
who've
we-
said that to guys when they're equally as angry on the breakup
It's the only way we know how to purposely.
I've
In
never
fact,
said
One
in
at
that.
a time, one at a time.
In fact, I've been told by a woman even worse than that on a breakup of not only didn't I love you, but I had never had one orgasm. They were all fake. You're horrible. And
Oh,
then,
wow.
you know,
What did
so
you do?
You improved, I hope.
I guess I was just a bad lover. I don't know.
Did you
No, I
improve?
don't believe
Exactly.
that.
Did you make
I
a
don't
conscious effort to
believe
go, next girl I nail
right.
is gonna, her eyes are gonna water with pleasure. And it won't be
Then she
fake
helped
water.
me.
I don't know. I think that it's true. I think the chase is better than the catch. I think it's one of our most primal things. It's like if a guy says, "Here's my cards," I realize now that I truly love you. You'd be like, "That's great.
Yeah,
I'll
but
call
no-
you if I have a really bad breakup."
Neither gender is enchanted with somebody doing that, though.
That's
like,
right.
No,
Well, it depends on if they're twins.
I
Just
want to hear
kidding.
from Chuck. I want, Chuck, have you fallen in love, Chuck, in your life?
Yeah?
Tell us about it, buddy.
are you okay?
I'm not married. I mean, yeah, I've been in love. I mean,
you been
I've
busted?
done a lot of moving around. Have I been
Have
what?
you been just trashed, hurt,
had my legs-
destroyed by a woman you fell in love with, and then she just
Yeah, oh, yeah.
took your
Oh,
heart
yeah, yeah,
and
Yeah. But I was also the friend. That's the role I played. The chubby nice, because I'm nice. I'm a nice guy. I
The
like being
emotional
nice to people.
tampon.
And I think a lot of women, what they think is, I'd like to have this guy in my life for a long time. And I only seem to date guys for about 3 or 4 months at a time. So I'm not going to be his girlfriend. I'll be his friend. Which in high school I was willing to put up with, but now as I'm getting older, it's just like, hey,
You
you
wanna
know
get
what?
the penis
I got
involved.
plenty of friends.
Exactly.
All right,
Whatever,
sorry,
I don't just
panel,
need
gotta
to be a
cut you
bucket
off.
for you to dump
Gotta
on.
cut you off. That's the end of the first segment, men and love, and we've tackled the topic very seriously
really
as
do love
usual.
you, Lori.
When we come back, we're going to be joined by Mark McKinney, former Kid in the Hall, star of stage and screen, and we're going to come right back and talk about Dates from Hell with Mark when we come back. Hey, welcome back to Real Men. We're joined by Mark McKinney. Thanks for coming in, Mark.
I'm very happy to be here, sir.
Nice to see you, man. Mark's show, Fully Committed, is on the road right now, so check that out. And to get the segment started, Dates from Hell, Lori Elliott's going to kick it off. Go ahead, Lori.
Hi. I'm going to talk about a different perspective in Dates from Hell. I've had my stereotypical dates from hell, but I think a retrospective look at my dates shows me that the ones I thought were the very best dates in the world were actually the dates from hell. I don't know if you ladies watching the show can sympathize with me, but they went something like this. I'm sitting with the guy and he's all, Lori, I love cats so much. In fact, I wanted to be a fireman when I was a young boy, just so I could rescue those cute and cuddly creatures. That or a nurse, if you know what I mean. And then they'd say stuff like, the most sexy thing on a woman? Oh, I love her mature woman with laugh lines. There's nothing more appealing. And then I end up going out with them for a year, and they turn out saying stuff like, what are you laughing at, Grandma? And why don't you get your kitty out of my jacket before I call her Daddy? That kind of thing. I think the dates from hell are the ones that go the best, because let's not fool with each other. Guys and women do the same thing. They say what the other person wants to hear or what they perceive them wanting to hear, and that is more hellish than some other thing. Tim?
Nice job, Lori. The job interview date, it sounds like to me. Grab some cushions there, Laura. Let's get this kicked off.
do.
Dates from Hell. We're joined by Mark McKinney. Nice to see you, Mark.
Thanks.
Thanks for
having
coming
me.
in, man. So, Dates from Hell, Mark. If you were saying in the break you saw one once. Let's hear about that.
Oh well, it was at the it was when Full Metal Jacket got released,
Right.
and I went to see it in this this theater in New York, and there was a couple obviously on a date, sort of like a tallish, sort of sallow librarianish looking woman, a sort of intense, sort of bespectacled guy, and they sat down, and if you know the movie at all, it's really incredibly violent. So
A little harsh.
they were talking and flirting, and obviously getting it couldn't have been more than like a second date or anything, and And then the guy just started getting into the movie in a really psychotic way. Like, talking to the screen and stuff, and going, "Yeah, kill the bitch," you know, and stuff like that. Sorry, am I allowed to say that on this?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, just stuff like that. And the woman was like, "Oh my God!" Like the mask had fallen, and he really got into the extremely violent. And he was loud, like everyone in the theater could hear him. "Yeah, go on, get her, man, shoot her," and stuff like that. And then at the end, the lights came up, and he was like, "Wow, that was a really great movie." And the woman was like, and I said, "I got to follow these people." So I followed them out. It was raining. It was on Broadway, so all these taxis. This woman like ran across 4 lanes of traffic to get in the
Just
cab
to get
and go.
away?
And he was like, "What?" And then I thought, oh, I got to follow him. So I followed him up the street, and he went into McDonald's and ordered a filet-o-fish sandwich.
Oh, there's your
Ah, that
That's
says
them good.
danger.
Mark's brought some good research on Date from Hell.
And she tells the story, and it's like, and then the guy was crazy, and I ran across 4 lanes of traffic, and there was a guy following us. I mean, how weird does my day get? I got to check my horoscope. Man will follow you, don't buy a lottery ticket. Gotcha.
And then I turned on the TV, and he was on there.
He was on the talking picture box.
Looking back at me.
Timmy,
Mocking
have you had a few dates from hell, Tim?
You know what? I've ended up going out with almost everyone I've ever dated for like a few months or a year, but I did have one date from hell. I had this girl who used me as a pawn. She asked me out, and we went to a bar, and I found out later on that night it was a bar where her boyfriend worked.
Oh.
And I was the let's make him jealous. They had had a fight, maybe even a
Wow.
semi-breakup. And I just spent the whole night thinking, this girl is so into me. She's like hanging off me in the bar, and I'm like, I've never had a chick so into me.
That is so
And then
wrong.
somebody else, one of her
that's
friends
love.
came over and told me, "Do you know who you are tonight?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm just this guy who's out with this chick." And it was, "No, you're the guy who's going to get your ass kicked by her boyfriend because she brought you here for that purpose."
Wow.
At least somebody told you. That's good. That's a good.
But I didn't get my ass kicked.
Sounds like nobody told you. Let's go to the track.
That's right.
The track? Yeah, my girlfriend cleans horses there. Come on, let's go. So, Lori, suck my fingers.
Okay.
How do you avoid the date from hell, Chuck? How do you avoid it? Is there any way?
I don't think you really can completely avoid the date from hell. I mean, I've fallen into dates from hell. Like I met this girl. I was going to school in Ontario. My folks were living in Montreal, so I was going to Montreal for the long weekend. Met a girl on the train who went to another school. Figured we'd get together. Oh, why don't we just go to a movie? We're wandering around downtown. We'll go to a movie. She picks the movie. We get inside. It's The Accused.
Oh, dear.
Ooh.
As a first date movie. So for the first
Wow.
10 minutes, I'm watching a gang rape scene on a pinball machine going, well, what is she thinking? And what was really strange is about 3/4 of the way through the movie, we started making out, which I didn't understand.
my
And looking for an arcade.
I understand that.
Which shows the incredible restraint of men. You want to go?
Well, yeah, if
Is
you're
that
willing to go,
pinball
we'll
get you all
go.
worked up? I haven't got any friends, but
we
I can make
can
different
tune
voices.
anything out.
Get her. Just seems
Yeah,
I had a friend of mine she was taken out by this guy, and they went to the musical theater. I think it was Miss Saigon or something like that, and. Which I find that odd for a first date. Will you come to the musical theater with me? And so they go, and then halfway through, she was like, she wasn't enjoying it. They weren't enjoying it. She's like, let's just go. So they went and drank somewhere else. And then like a week later, he phones up and asks her out again. He was like, I've got a surprise for you. She's like, okay. And he takes her back to Miss Saigon, which makes no sense to her.
Since you didn't like it the first time,
Yeah.
the second time is going to be great.
And he said the reason why I brought her is because he got better seats. So he thought that it would be more entertaining.
That happened to me once.
That's psychotic.
I personally hate musical theater. Like, and I went and saw Les Mis. There's a lot of people that love Les Mis, and I'm
10
sorry.
seconds, Dwayne.
Okay, I'm sorry, but it was 3 hours, not one spoken word. It was all singing, all dancing, and I was completely bored, and the seats are not for my ass, and it was hell, and she was moderately retarded. Anyway, we'll
Okay.
summarize that way. No, she's very
Thanks to
nice.
Mark McKinney for coming. You want to hang for the rest, man? Hang for another second. We're going to talk about Casanova Syndrome. I think we just made that up. Is that even really a phrase? Casanova Syndrome?
Casanova Syndrome.
Sounds good. It sounds really good.
I could
Stay
have
with
that
us
by
on
the time I
Real
come
Men.
back
We're
to
coming
my-
right
That
back.
was my pillow.
I could develop such a thing.
Well, they had this break in the middle, and I just started drinking champagne.
Welcome back to Real Men. We got to start shooting the breaks in here, man. The boys are talking about Keith Richards' blood transfusions during the break and all the most interesting stuff. But we're going to talk about high-scoring men. Casanovas, Wilt Chamberlain with his bad math. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, there was someone else who came out with a book.
20,000 figure or something?
No,
like
but there
that?
was some new person who came up with how he slept with 4,000 people. That's just psycho behavior.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you getting?
You got a
out of that?
baseball counter or something?
Yeah.
4,000 orgasms? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Well, I know, but it's like, I mean,
When was he
no,
awake?
it's 4,000 different people, so that's 4,000. Do you want to come up to my hotel room?
Yeah.
A little more wine.
4,000, yeah. 4,000, how's the music?
Yeah.
But I think with the, I think
4,000
with the-
4,000
out.
patented move. You know, whatever it is.
Here
a lot
comes
of
the
guys,
tingler.
it starts as like a hobby. You know what I mean? Trying to
Yeah.
pick up women, trying to score, and it becomes an obsession.
Become a
It becomes
philatelist,
it's all
man.
you're doing. Is you're always constantly.
And you're lying,
the
you know,
mate.
because the one's leaving the door. Will I see you again? Yeah, baby. Hi. You know, it's like.
It's like
I
playing
know a lot
video
of guys
games. You
that'll
always
tell
wanna-
them.
Yeah.
Am I going to see you again? Nope.
No.
Yeah, they say that on the way out, not on the way in.
But I think
Oh,
Mark's
yeah, the
right
way in,
where
keep
the
your mouth shut if she's on her way
scheduling
in.
is a big thing with these guys. They're
Scheduling's a
scheduling.
big thing with these guys, and they're.
That's
I
the
don't know.
deal.
I think they should see a shrink.
I know guys who
Yeah.
keep
I
very,
agree.
very detailed
You know, that
books.
kind of stuff.
They compensate for
really?
something. Mark?
Many passionate loves, yes, you know, but I mean, how many do you need?
Casanova
All right,
himself.
all right, what is the minimum you're willing to die having slept with?
Yeah.
Minimum.
Minimum?
Minimum.
$5,000.
I would say what I would like to sleep with.
No, okay, yeah.
I think 500 would be a fair number.
500 people.
500.
You, the lady.
I've
I'm a
never
guy.
even thought of it.
All right, so it's
you
true,
know,
it's a
I think
guy
as
thing, it's
woman,
statistic.
It is
you
a guy
know,
thing,
you're
isn't it,
really-
Laura?
I've probably slept with 10 different women, and I don't care if I ever sleep with another one again, honey.
They're going to play that at your divorce trial. You know that, right? See? He promised.
I think it's a matter though when it comes
Maybe
to
there was a
that
new
with
bride.
the guy is the question is who are you trying to prove yourself to? Because if you're trying to prove yourself to the women, you're going about it the wrong way. But if you're trying
No,
to prove
no, it's all
yourself to
about
the
the guy.
men,
Hush.
It's reverse
hush.
homoerotic. It's, you see what I'm doing, Stanley?
yeah, but the women know.
And let's face it, practice makes perfect. Girls love bad boys. You sleep with a guy who's been with 500 women. It's like,
That's not.
I do not want to be
something going on that I don't know about? Is there like a zig and a zag going on inside?
How do you know? Yeah, but you never know if you're what number you are.
Oh, word gets around. Word gets around.
Chuck, you
Yeah,
got
well,
any
that's-
idea?
I know guys that have the reputation of being the guy who's constantly on the make.
Yes.
And women find out about it and seek him out.
Exactly.
That's Ron Jeremy. I
Yeah,
watched-
but that's the way. But that, you know what? That's a limited little slice.
Yeah,
I think of a
but-
woman's
Yeah.
life. I think there's like a time when women will play like guys will. But I
18
think
to
it's like
21.
that
It's
much.
way smaller.
Chucky Doll. Chuck, do you know how many women you've slept with approximately? Just off the top of your head?
Yeah.
Are you willing to reveal that
You
information?
willing to throw that
Chuck?
number out?
I'd say probably about 15.
15.
Oh, no.
You know what?
You're a
I find
you're
that
a
extremely hard to
relationship guy.
believe. Just on
I'm a
stand-up,
get it and
you know, he
flee.
finishes the stand-up, hangs out at the bar alone. Just on the.
You don't
I
see
got a
how he
pretty
dresses
face.
when he's headlining. It's leather.
What's this about Ron Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy. I watched a documentary on Ron Jeremy, and they asked him how many women he slept with, and they basically I think they were 2,500 or something. And he used to go to a lot of swingers clubs in New York in the mid '80s, I guess, Plato's Retreat or whatever it's called.
And he makes his money sleeping with women.
But there was a seat, exactly, which is not a bad job. Looks great in a T4 slip. I dropped my
Very
T4 on the ground.
impressive.
Makes me sleep.
I don't think he's actually slept with any of them, by the way.
Yeah, it's hard to
Continue
sleep.
on.
Exactly. He usually grabs a
That's
sandwich
sex,
afterwards. He loves food. But there was a scene with him and Gene Simmons standing side by side, and he said, "People think I get a lot of tail. This guy right here," and Gene Simmons looks at the camera and goes, "He's right." And then he licks the camera lens with his tongue and walks away. It's called Ron Jeremy, porn star. And it's coming out.
I don't
Casanovas
want
played the
your
numbers
creepy tongue
game.
anywhere near me, Gene.
Casanovas play the numbers game, and they win, right? They hit on 1 million girls, and
That's
500,000
exactly
of them are going to
Yeah.
go home with them.
Yeah,
Oh, they get the
1% of the
quality.
women are going to sleep with you. If you talk to one, odds are you're not going home.
They get a
If
lot
you
of
go
slaps.
100,
I guess
you're
I
going
feel
home with
differently
someone.
about this because if any fool makes my daughter number 11,005, he's dead.
Yay! Yay! Good dad.
But I guess what you're saying, Tim,
But
is true, though.
10,006 is fine.
Yeah,
If you
but no,
go to
it's
hit
true.
on 10 women, and one of them.
Honey, you were number 9,003.
Well,
Well, are women
Please.
responsible for creating Casanovas by getting sucked in? But even if it's only one in every 10 women that gets sucked in, talk to your sisters and tell them, don't get sucked in by these guys.
Casanova himself
I tried.
supposedly slept with 122 women, right?
Yeah,
Well,
that's all. That was
what's
a lot.
Yeah,
the
but
deal?
That's all.
Timmy,
He was a
Horse
smooth
transport.
talker.
Timmy, maybe she just wants to get laid too. You know, maybe the Casanova is going to
that's
suit
fine.
her needs just fine.
That's fine. Then I don't ever want to hear another woman complain about those Casanova types then.
No,
don't
I
ca-
think
you know
the
what I'm saying?
majority of the women who sleep with these guys, and I may be wrong, but are the ones that want to turn them into their husbands who want to say, I tamed that beast, man. I
That's
got
true.
him. I think that's what they're thinking. No regular woman goes into a room with Gene Simmons and thinks.
So you agree with
I
me
just
then?
want to
Comes on to my
sleep with
sister
you.
when he's drunk, but I tamed that beast.
All right, let's jump out. Let's jump out and sell some stuff. We're going to come back with a couple more minutes. We're talking Casanovas on Real Men, where men get real. Joined by Mark McKinney. Stay with us.
I can't help but feel the number 500 has been like, I think 500 is a perfect number. What did they change?
Hey, welcome back to Real Men. We're joined by Mark McKinney today, former Kid in the Hall, and let's be honest, movie star, TV star, big guy on campus.
Damn it, I got it going on.
And the show is fully committed, right, Mark?
Yes.
Watch for that.
May
in
or
the
may
town
not
near
be
you.
at the Winter Garden right now.
Let's start with Dwayne Hill. Dwayne, you had something Casanovas we're talking about?
Well, actually, we're just talking about was dating in New York. You're saying it's a very bizarre experience. Not that you did date in New York, but you said apparently it's like the strangest place in the world. And I want to know more about that because I think big cities attract morons from small towns.
Oh yeah, Freak Central.
Yes.
You know, it's
Yes.
like...
Or they attract these type A people who are really good at something, but they're missing, because they're really good at that, they're missing a chunk from something else in their brain, usually revolving around issues of intimacy and stuff, so...
Or just social
You know, the
media.
kind of person who'll go, she said that she liked Granurvia chocolate, so every time he just shows up again with the Granurvia chocolate. Going, I'm being sensitive.
Every time she goes in for a kiss, it's like, not the mouth, not
Yeah,
germs,
yeah,
germs,
yeah.
germs, germs,
I'm
germs,
attending
germs.
to your needs.
Yes.
The most isolated place is the big city, right? Is the old cliche, you know?
Can be
Yeah.
the loneliest place in the world in the middle of millions
true,
of
Mark,
people.
it's true.
Oh my
Even if
God.
you have a different woman every night, the loneliest.
Yeah, yeah.
Really can. I feel like I'm the only friend.
Lori, can you
Yes?
spot a Casanova coming a mile away?
You know what? I have been sucked in like a piece of fluff with a Jurassic vacuum cleaner by guys before. But now I'm quite a bit better, I have to say. Like I can kind of tell now.
You are so real
I
and
watched-
cool. I just love you.
Really?
Like
See,
some
that's it.
girls are cool, but you're cool.
Yeah, I
Lori,
thought,
maybe we
will you
better
chill
leave."
with me? I'm like, wow, he must really like me.
You torch the liquor store, I'll kill the patrons.
Yeah. I have been totally sucked in before, but now as you get older, you can tell. You can totally.
I saw a guy last
But I
night.
think a lot of
Sorry,
girls
panel.
wanna be sucked
That's all
in
the
as well.
time we have on Real Men today. Thanks so much, Mark McKinney, for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. That's all the time we have on Real Men, where men get real. Join us next time. We're out.
We actually all last night well, I can't. But